I'm having leftover pizza. It's just like one day leftover and Coke for dinner. And it'd be a lie to say I wasn't thinking about this my entire drive home. I'm watching Sarah Seraph, one of my favorite YouTubers, uploaded a deep dive on Fetch with Ralph Ruffman, so I'm watching that. I was gonna have a little snack because I bought some candy the other day. And then I am going to be putting together a new budget sheet. The one I was using will not serve my purposes anymore, I don't think. I don't know 100% what it's going to look like, but I have some ideas. And I do also want to log some books I bought today, which I can show you. I got The Grace of Kings. This is the new US cover, and it's so pretty. And I had ordered the whole series, but the two other ones that had arrived were damaged, so I just reordered. I love this cover so much, and I do believe the spine lines up. Well, I haven't read this yet, but hopefully this year. I don't want to sit on this one for a while. I want to just read it. I've heard it's quite epic, and they even included that it's silk punk, which Ken Liu, I believe, is the one who coined that phrase. So I should hope it's silk punk. And then I got the new cover edition of A Lesson in Thorns, which I really enjoyed this. I don't read a lot of romance, but I do enjoy this series. I haven't finished it yet, but when they announced new covers, I was like, yeah, okay, say less. I quite like it, although I think the original covers are better. And then I got the Oxford World Classics edition of the Complete Fairy Tales of Charles Perrault because my WIP, I've never said this aloud. WIP? Is it WIP? Work in progress. The novel I'm working on is kind of based on Cinderella, and I realized I'd never read the original one, and I also wanted to play into like fairy tale stereotypes for the story, so I thought, why not? There's quite a few illustrations in it, but they're all like, if you can see where the darkness is, like only in the latter half, which I found really interesting. Yeah, there's like all of this that's just not. And there's also quite a few fairy tales in verse, which I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, so I'm gonna log these because I keep a list of everything, every book that comes my way. I think then I'm gonna take a shower and kind of get ready for bed. And if I'm up for it, watch some movies. I've been watching like Ghibli films a lot lately and watching most of the ones I haven't seen, and that's been really delightful. I watched Ponyo yesterday.
Will they live? He asked gruffly, jerking his head to indicate the yes sign.
He said he doesn't cook anymore. And if he's living right there, it'd be a lot easier to have him for dinner. Yeah. Because we can pick him up if he doesn't want to drive,
So I have a minute and 50 seconds left of my audiobook, which is not focusing super well. Here you go. That's what I'm currently listening to. I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to, well, I'm not going to start my next audiobook right now because normally I listen to it while I'm driving or when I'm at work. Luckily at work there's times when I'm able to listen to it, but my next audiobook, if you're curious, My Throat an Open Grave, if it'll focus. Yeah. It's 8:30, so I think I'm actually going to shower, which is a little earlier than I tend to shower, but I want to settle in and watch more of from up on Poppy Hill. So I'm really looking forward to that. My weekly like checklist of things to do. I actually finished something else on it. I get to check that off. And that was reading the Mort Arthur through of Nynaeve and Morgan Le Fay. I really did like that section, and I did also like, I think of what I've read so far, my favorite is the tale of Balin and Balan. Is that how you say that? But I have to read to you my favorite passage. So this is in the section of Nynaeve and Morgan Le Fay. Gawain is on like a side quest, and while he's on the side quest, he finds another side quest. So that's what he is. This is like chapter like 19 or section leaf whatever 19/20, page 74. Now Sir Gawain held that way till that he came to a fair manor where dwelled an old knight and a good householder. And there Sir Gawain asked the knight if he knew of any adventures. I shall show you tomorrow, said the knight, marvellous adventures. So on the morn they rode into the forest of adventures. Okay. I should hope there are adventures there. I'm just personally very interested in chivalric romances at the moment, like just the whole genre of that. It's so neat and interesting to me, and this was at the time the only one that we had at the bookstore, so I picked this one up, and so that's why I started here. I wasn't particularly interested in like King Arthur necessarily, but this is very enlightening as someone who's familiar with like the pop culture Arthur Camelot myth. So I realize I've just been sort of like listless and needed, like, this is so silly of me, some sort of like syllabus for my life at the moment. So I created like a the things I wanted to get done in this season of spring, even though it's February, it's a little early, but I didn't want to just do the end of February. I wanted to do spring, so March, April, May. And then these are like the bigger goals, and then I broke that down to the things I wanted to do in March, end of February, March, and then I broke that down, so that was like a third of the things I wanted to accomplish, or a third of the way to accomplishing the things I wanted by the end of the season. Then I broke that down by week, which I do expect as I get further into the month, like finish February and into March, I expect this to sort of break down and not be 100% correct. I'm totally expecting that. I'm doing pretty good. A side of fries with a cup of cheese sauce. On Saturday nights, play D&T, so I'm gonna get my my computer and sheet and then take it downstairs while I eat, and then I'll bring it up here and play. But that's really gonna be it for my evening, and then I'm gonna tuck into bed. Barkeep and see if I can figure out either rooms here or find another clean place for rooms in town. Any discount if we do 2 nights, just in case? So no discount. $14? Can I just like glance around the room and see if anyone else looks like a traveler, like maybe dusty, like dustier than like a local, you know? Oof, 5. Okay, I'm gonna like slap the table lightly, like friendly, in front of the barkeep and be like, let me go, talk to my friends, they hold the purse, and just see how many nights they want to do. Do they have any like silverware on their table? Oh, Like any spoons or anything, or like wooden utensils? Okay. I will just pick up one and like poke them in the shoulder. I just don't want to touch them. You're welcome. You can have this other one. I just have a quick question for you. I'll like hold it just out of his way. She's a furry. Our tabaxi? Our tabaxi long lived. Nice.
Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen? You ever visited a truck stop? Have you ever had the desire to wake